Okay.
Can also check if everything works.
Can you see the screen?
Let me check. Yeah, great. Okay, you can disable now the sharing, and later we will do it again.
Okay.
I see that people are joining, so I would like to ask all of you who joined us. So please write in the comments so who you are, from where you are. So it's just interesting who joined us today. Okay, so let's wait just a couple of seconds and I promise we will start.
And I don't.
Okay, so I see a couple of people who introduced themselves. So we see Julia, who is freelance content writer. Hello, Julia. And hello, Musher from Do Work AI. Okay, so let's start, Anna-Jan. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So hello, everyone, and nice to have you all with us. Today we have our 5th ScaleUP webinar already, and our guest for today is Anna, Senior Manager of Lifecycle Marketing at Picsart. So Anna-Jan, I would like to ask you to tell a little bit about your background. And meantime, I want to ask all to introduce themselves in the comments. So let's start.
Okay, I'm doing lifecycle marketing at Picsart, but I won't be talking about lifecycle today. We will be talking about copywriting, obviously. I've been doing content marketing and copywriting for a few years already, like 8 or 9. It's not what I'm doing at Picsart, but it's what I love doing, and I feel like there are a few things maybe we could talk about. Yeah, and that's it about myself.
Okay.
Yeah, and happy that so many people were interested in the first event. I mean, I don't know how many people have joined right now, but hello everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, let me share my screen and get started.
Yeah. So before starting, I just wanted to remind you all that if you have some questions, so you can write in the comments, and in the end, we will come to them.
Yeah, and also Anna-Jan, you can interrupt me anytime if you feel like there is a relevant question that you want to ask. Feel free to jump in.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, we will be talking about copywriting for landing pages and trying to understand what kind of copy converts better. And I will be sharing just a few tips and showing a few examples of how others are doing this quite well. So here we go. Let's understand what is a sales page, first of all. Yeah, and I will be referring to landing pages as sales pages. So a sales page is any web page or landing page that provides the majority of the information about a product or service and asks for the order. We will cover like what order means basically. So I have added a, I hope you can see the screenshot here.
Yeah. I just wanted to interrupt. I guess there is some problem with the sharing. Can you just disable sharing and then do it again?
Yeah, sure. You cannot see the screen right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it working?
It's working? You mean you see the screen?
Actually, we don't see yet.
Because I'm just opening another window to try. Okay. What about now?
Yeah. Now I see. Yeah, great.
Okay. So I was talking about ordering something. There is, and now can you tell me if you can see it? Okay. So here is a screenshot from Apple Music landing page. And you can see that, I mean, I didn't provide the link, but if you go to their landing page, you'll see a bunch of information, like describing the product and stuff. And they are asking for order, and the order or the call to action is try it now. You can see the red little button here. And yeah, we will be talking about why can this... Yeah. Another example of asking to do something is here when Headspace, which is I don't know if you know about it, it's a meditation app. On their landing page, they have this try for free button, which again, kind of the landing page provides the information about a product and then asks for something. And the ask is try for free. So unlike content marketing, for example, blog posts, a sales page goes for the sale. But by saying sale, we don't mean you should be selling something. It could be asking to try the product for free, or start a free trial, or just register or sign up, or do any similar action. So there could be, of course, a buy now button as well. But before understanding if they should buy from you, or they should sign up, or they should, I don't know, start a free trial, you need to tell the prospect why they should do that. And by prospect, I mean the person who visited your landing page. They are not very much interested into the product just yet. And with the landing page, you need to try to convince them that this is the product that they need, or the service that they need. And there is this really nice technique. It's called Journey to Yes. It's kind of trying to make people, convince people to come to the decision to buy something from you, or to sign up for a free trial. How you do that? So the stages are prospect, position, present, prove, propose, all P's. So with prospect, start with the prospect's problem. Right at the beginning, show them that you know what the problem is. Then position your product or service as the solution for that problem. Present, describe your solution, show details, features, benefits, show how different you are from others who are trying to solve the same problem for the prospect. Proof, show evidence, social proof, and show testimonials. And last, I was talking about the order and buying and call to action. The last one is ask for action. That is, maybe they can buy or subscribe or anything else. So tip number 1, write a headline that communicates the big problem or promise. You need to understand your audience, of course, to understand what's their problem, and you need to show that you know what's their problem. So for example, Trello did this in a very cool way. It's short and straightforward and easy to understand. They say just Trello helps teams move work forward. And then there is a little description that kind of explains what Trello is about. Then early in the page, highlight the problem or promise. Again, Trello's example, it's more than work, it's a way of working together. Tip number 3, which is the part I like a lot, it's chunk the copy. You can chunk a copy in a variety of ways. I will show you how. So Jira does this very cool on their landing page. They kind of show screenshots of what Jira looks like, and also provides information in chunks, saying you can plan, you can track, you can do whatever you want with your project. The release report, whatever. Headspace does the same. They chunk the product. They say you can. It's helping for meditation. It's helping for sleep. It's helping against stress and whatever. So basically, chunking is creating mini sales pages within a sales page or within a landing page. Then chunking also involves showing it feature by feature. So Trello does it again in a very nice way. One important thing here is that a lot of people, when talking about features, they understand just the technical stuff about features. For example, if it's a very innovative product or something, it will be hard for your audience to understand the feature fully. So I would suggest that you show the benefits more and try to provide use cases of your features, like how the user can benefit from the feature, instead of just saying this is this cool feature we built, it is this and this. Instead, just show how the user could benefit it, how they can use it in their daily life or during their doing their work. And yeah, if you look at this example, for example, they are trying to promote boards, to talk about the boards. It's a feature. They could say that the boards are this and this, but instead they are saying we have this board which includes list and cards, and how you can use the list and the cards, and why you can use them. For example, they are the building blocks of organizing work on a Trello board. Grow from there with task assignments and stuff like that. So they are kind of showing how you can actually use the boards, which is a feature. Another one is cards. They, again, instead of just saying that we have built these cards this and this way or other way, they are saying how you could, as a user, benefit from the cards. Then they are talking about their integration and saying that, okay, we understand that you are using a lot of other tools, but integrating will help you like manage your time. And this is Monday.com. It's another landing page I like. Manage everything in one workplace. So it's kind of showing the benefits, but also stressing, showing the features, but also stressing the benefits. Set up in minutes. Save time with automations. Again, they are not just saying we have automations or we have built automations, we have automations in place, but they are stressing the fact that automation helps save time for the user. Then visualizing work with views. For example, if you have Gantt chart functionality, you can say, we have Gantt charts, but why? So the benefit will be, okay, you can visualize your work and actually see what you have to do on a chart. So that's how you can show that this feature is going to work for this person. Yeah, and my favorite part about social proof. So social proof is another way of chunking your copy on the landing page. So it's basically providing information about, like, quotes about what others think about your product or service. Bigger B2C brands like Headspace, they are quite active on Twitter, and people write all kinds of kind words to them. They tweet about Headspace, and Headspace is using this quite effectively. They are making screenshots of those tweets and using them in their testimonial section. So these are real people who are saying that Headspace is cool, it's helping them sleep, or it's helping them meditate and live a no stress life. And Headspace is using this to kind of show social proof that they are like worth trying. But if you are a smaller B2B brand product, maybe you could ask some of your users, I don't know, maybe you have 5 users, or maybe 5 people have tried your product already, to give you feedback. Ask them to provide testimonials. It will be like 1 or 2 sentence long. And it would also be good if you could add a little picture of the person who wrote that quote about your company or your product, add their name, their position in a certain company, and it will provide social proof. People will say, okay, for example, I don't know, Joe saw a benefit in using our product. Maybe I could see benefit in using it as well. And yeah, some ways, just summing up the chunking part. Some of the ways of chunking the copy are: write a summary sales pitch at the top of the page. I mean, show each major feature and its benefits, not just the feature, the technical characteristics, but also the benefits. Visualize the process of using your product if applicable. I mean, in a lot of cases, this is not applicable, but if your product takes like a few steps to use, maybe you can show it in step 1, step 2, 3, and so on. Then show social proof. This is the testimonials part I was talking about right now. And also write what makes you different from others. But please be attentive here, careful here, because a lot of people, I mean, you can have a lot of competitors and you could be better than them, but it's not a good idea to say this one is not good enough, or we are better, we are the best, or whatever. Just try to subtly show that you're different in a good way and show how different you are. It's not recommended to say we're the best or we're number one, because people will be wondering number one according to what? And yeah, and it's just bragging. So please don't do that. Then showing how it works. Again, it's pretty much similar to the 1, 2, 3 steps. Respond to concerns or possible questions. This is applicable for more technical products. Like if you feel that people will have concerns or questions or whatever, maybe a little FAQ or a banner with the question and the answer could help. And of course, the call to action. And coming to the call to action, it should remind people about the big benefit. It should summarize what they will be getting. And at some point, it could provide pricing information. I mean, you could provide pricing information and then put the call to action button. If your product has like complex pricing plans, which are hard to figure out, then before explain them, visualize them carefully, and then after that only ask people to take a free trial or whatever, or buy from you. This is a good call to action example from Monday.com. It says, try Monday.com for your team, 14-day free trial, no credit card needed. This is a crucial information because a lot of people are aware, like they don't want to add their credit card details and then get charged automatically. They don't want that. And this information is crucial because I guess this is helping a lot more people to get started than if this information wasn't here. So yeah. Then some more tips, some general ones. Avoid slang and academic style of writing. These are two extremities. I mean, you can be non-formal, but it's not recommended to write in the academic style. And slang as well, but some professional slang, for example, if you're writing for project managers, if the tool is for project managers specifically, maybe in some places you could be using some PM slang, but not too complicated. Write you-centric. I love this top bullet point because a lot of people forget that they are talking to the potential buyer and they are focusing on themselves or their product. They're stressing us, we so much. We have built this amazing product. This is not the way it should be. It should be like you could be using this product and you could be benefiting from it. So try to be you-centric. Make your sentences short. For this, I'm using a very good application. It's called Hemingway app. You just drop all the information there. I mean, all the text there, and then it kind of gives you hints on what you could be shortening. So make your sentences short. Make the copy easily scannable. I mean, use banners, great visuals, use bullet points. Then if possible, show the product. If you can shoot a video, explainer video is great. Or show the screenshots of your product, not just screenshots, but creatives, and try to design nicely to make, to highlight the important stuff there, important parts of your product or feature. And maybe even try using GIFs as well, animations. Then, yeah, like I said, use imagery, GIFs, and illustrations, use examples, and concentrate on the benefits more than technical features. I cannot stress this enough, how it's important to concentrate on the benefits rather than yourself, how cool your team is, and how cool your features are. Then, nice to haves generally. If you have this landing page or sales page, maybe and you have a complex, for example, pricing plan, maybe it's a good idea to have a separate pricing page. And on that pricing page, you can obviously include the pricing information, packages, descriptions, what they are getting with this package or the other. Then it would be good to have social proof here as well, the testimonials, you remember them. And a list of your current customers, if any, if you have any, a list of current partners, if any, a list showing all the integrations you offer, an FAQ, if it's usually people think that FAQs are for dummies, but no. So a short FAQ would be good. Then live chat, if you have one, would be great. And book a demo button, because most of the time, not most of the time, but a lot of the time, people want to talk with somebody who owns the product before they make this final decision of purchasing something. So always try to offer a demo, an online tour of your product in your landing page, in the pricing page, so that people can talk with you, ask their questions, because maybe they have a question that you don't have answer to in your FAQ, or they are just lazy enough to, they don't want to use the live chat. So give them this opportunity as well. I think I'm done here. No, list of resources. Yeah. So my favorite marketing book is All Marketers Are Liars by Seth Godin. He explains a lot of great examples of marketing and messaging. Crossing the Chasm, this is for especially for those people who are in software development and building tech products. The Brand Gap is another favorite of mine. It's not like directly related to copywriting, obviously, but it's for those people who want to build a brand with their product, a product brand. Okay, anyways, the 7 ingredients of highly successful copy. Yeah, this is the only book that talks about copywriting in my list, so you can check it out. It's useful. And also recently I've been doing this course from the University of Toronto, and Steve Sloan-White, the author of this book, was the teacher, and I highly recommend that course to everyone who wants to to learn advanced strategic copywriting. And also all the books by Austin Kleon.
Great.
I think I'm done. Let me see. Yeah, questions.
Okay. Thank you, Anna Jan, for the presentation. Actually, so we have a couple of questions in the comments, and yeah, let me first of all ask you. Julia says, "Can we have the slides?"
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so Julia Jan, later I will share the slides with you if you pass me your email. Okay, so let's go first of all through the questions. We can disable the sharing.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
Okay, so let me first of all start from the questions that we received before. So let's go from first. And yeah, before going to that, Anna-Jan, if the question is not clear or you need details, let's ask the audience, okay? Okay, so the first one, it says, how do you find your client base?
Yeah, it's okay. I don't know if a writer asked this question or a product person asked this question. If a writer asked this, then my answer will be, maybe if you want to freelance, maybe go to Upwork or try to find some gigs on LinkedIn. Be active there. People will usually reach out. And if you're asking as a product owner, I mean, as someone who has their startup or something, then it's a completely other thing. You should find the product market feed. You should think about market research, first of all. You should have your buyer personas ready, understand who might want to buy from you. You should do a lot of interviews, and you should craft your landing page based on that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, great. So the next question is the following. Are there any books about copywriting you suggest reading?
I
So I guess,
mentioned the books.
yeah, I guess you mentioned already. So the next question says, what is the best option to charge? Per word, per page, or per hour?
Oh, let me see. So for if it's a copywriting work, I mean, if you're going to write copy, website copy, landing pages, it will depend on the. I think it will be hourly, because some products they have like some projects are larger in scope, so you should talk with the client. But if you are writing, for example, a blog post, usually they are being charged per word. For example, 1,000 words, X dollars or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, great. So the next question, it says, what pages do you use for your research?
Pages?
Yeah, pages. I
That's a
guess
very,
website.
very question. Let's ask the audience.
Okay, let's clarify this part. So I would like to ask, can you clarify this question? What pages do you use for your research? So
If you're
please write.
Yeah, if you're, I mean, it will depend on the discipline you're and the product you're working on. I mean, if it's not so innovative, there are probably several other products like that. You can do this kind of benchmarking, spying thing, and see what they are doing. You can read about this discipline in general. Again, for example, I love bringing this example if it's for example, if it's a meditation app, or if it's a platform that kind of connects therapists, for example, therapists with potential patients, there are similar apps already. You can go see what kind of copy they have there. Also, you could be doing your research around like what people with stress might be how they might be kind of expressing themselves with their friends. For example, I don't know, I have anxiety or whatever, I have difficulty sleeping or whatever. So that's where you kind of understand their problem, and it's basically about market research, and it depends on the product. So this is the short answer.
Okay, great. Next one. So it says, what is the time difference spent on research and on writing?
Usually research takes more time than writing, because if you look at the landing page copy, it's not like too many words. It's so much less, but you need to understand the prospect, the potential buyer, to be able to write the exact thing that might be interesting for them and might be able to convert them. That's why research usually takes more time than writing.
Okay. Okay, so the next one. What type of testing do you use after finishing your task?
But if by task you mean writing, and if by task you mean tools that you use to kind of check your writing, and I'm using Grammarly, the premium version of it. I'm using, like I said, the Hemingway editor. What else am I using? These two are my top two. Yeah.
Okay, and which website builder are you using?
I'm not building websites, but that's a funny question. Um, maybe maybe you could use Wix, but I don't like it actually. But the designs are cool sometimes. But it would be better to have a designer design your landing, and a proper developer to kind of code it into a landing page.
Okay. Yeah, and this is, I guess this question is repeating. It says, what books and courses would you recommend for copywriting?
Like I said, for the courses, if you want advanced, like to learn advanced copywriting, maybe you can take the course by the University of Toronto. It's called Advanced Strategic Copywriting, but note that it's like 3 months long.
Okay. And the last question that I got before, so this is following. It says, if people are tired of selling texts, and is it needed to use some formulas, or we should use the AIDA system?
AIDA opens with attention, interest, desire, and action. And it's and all these formulas actually look like each other. The journey to yes technique is basically kind of telling the same thing. You should be, but yeah, to come to the first part of the question, no, I don't think that selling or vajarok texter is not working anymore. It is working more than ever. You just need to understand to have the definition of vajarok text in your mind. It's not like the usual Armenian way of vajarok text. Like, I don't know, there are a few, how do I say it in English? Kartratipain text that you should avoid.
Stereotypic.
Yeah. Avoid that. Try to use some humor. Try to grab attention with maybe, I don't know. I love using puns, but it's not like for all kinds of audiences. Just understand who your audience is. And AIDA, yeah, I don't think it's old-fashioned, no. But and I think that, yeah, it's a good idea to try to grab the attention of your prospects right at the beginning. But also it's a good idea to talk about your product at the beginning. It's not like you should be making fun of something or telling jokes like half of your page. Be considerate about it. Know who your audience is, and know how you can attract them. I mean, if you know your audience, it will come like so easily. And then, of course, action. Why you cannot have a landing page and not ask about something? I mean, it's for something. For example, if you're writing a blog post, it's okay to not ask for any action. You can just write a very informative, entertaining article, and that's it. And people will be grateful that you shared that article, shared those insights or stats or whatever. But with a landing page, you are talking about yourself, you're describing your product or services, and you are trying to be compelling and sexy and interesting so that people come to that decision of buying from you.
Okay, thank you, Anna Jan. And now I suggest to go to the questions that we have in the comments. First of all, I want to say that here are some people that are thankful to you. So thank you, Julia Jan, for you too, for joining us. And yeah, thank you all. And here we have the question, and it is the following. So Gaene asks, hi, is it mandatory to be a native English speaker to write perfect sales copy or even content?
I'm not sure about perfect. I don't think there is anything perfect in this world. But you can see that obviously I'm not a native speaker, but still I managed to write copy that I hope converts. Yeah, and it does convert most of the time. So no, but I mean, you could move to the US or wherever you want. But yeah, that's not mandatory. You can still work on your skills, writing skills, but first of all, read a lot. Do your research, know your audience, and try to perfect your writing. Editing is very important. When you write your first draft of copy, don't look at it as if it is your final version. Show it to people, maybe show it to your team, the product owner or the startup founder or whatever, and edit it.
Okay, great. Anna-Jan, we have 2 more questions here from Julia. First of all, I want to say here are some people that again are asking about slides. I will pass the slides to you if you write me your email. So I see a couple of people writing the emails. I will send them to you. So going to the question,
right? I didn't expect that.
Yeah. Okay. So the question is the following. So Julia says, what are the main hard and soft skills as a content writer for you? yeah, and then language skills, SEO, what else would we need to know as a content writer?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, obviously writing, but also doing your research, because writing copy for landing pages, as I said, it's different from writing a blog post. For a blog post, you can do some research, rephrase a few things even, and write that. You can do much bigger research and write even an ebook. A lot of people do that. But for copywriting, it's not too difficult. But at the same time, you need to understand the market and the buyer personas, and you need to have good writing skills, of course. And regarding the soft skills, you should have anger management skills. For example, sometimes I cannot manage my anger with some people. Yeah.
Okay, and Anajan, here Julia says language skills, SEO, and what else should we need to know as a content writer?
SEO for, yeah, you should know something. If you're not something, yeah, a few things. If you are writing for a blog post or ebooks or whatever. When it comes to writing landing page copy, I wouldn't suggest that you stuff that copy with keywords and things like that. So SEO knowledge is always a great idea. You have those skills, know how to do your keyword research or link building or whatever, but you don't really need that for landing page copywriting or sales page copywriting.
Okay, okay. Okay, so the next question, and here we have the second question from Julia. What do you think about test works? Should we ask for money for 200 to 500 words test work? If no, what can you suggest for a junior one? What should I do for not feeling as a free worker?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, if it's blog writing, because I feel like this is all about content writing, writing blog posts. So yeah, sometimes it is hard, I know, if especially for juniors, but I would suggest that you instead of doing free work, you show some previous work, like have a portfolio or something, and say, hey, I did this, I wrote this, and you have a general understanding of what I can do. So no free work, guys and ladies.
Okay. Najan, I guess, yeah, we don't have more questions. Let me just check. I guess we don't have any questions. Yeah, so we still have a couple of seconds. So if you have questions, just hurry up to write down. Here are many people that are thankful to you, Anna.
Oh, thank you, guys.
For the great presentation. Guys, I will send you the slides when Anna sends me. Okay, yeah, here we have one more question from Siranush.
Okay.
Let me read that. So what's the hardest thing about being a copywriter for you?
Hardest thing. I mean, if I don't like the product, I won't be able to write good copy for it. I should like the idea of the product. It should be innovative enough for me. It should be interesting for me. If it's too, I don't know, bizarre, I don't know, whatever. I want to understand the product fully. I want to love the idea of the product. It should be innovative enough so that I can write it. Otherwise, I will write it, but I will hate whatever I do. Usually I want that.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, that's very important. Okay, so Anajan, we don't have any questions. I guess we can sum up. Okay, so thank you all for being with us today. I just wanted to remind that Scale Up webinars are initiated by Bana, and mainly to educate Armenian startups by touching startup-related topics and critical questions. So I want to say to startup founders, if you have any questions, any critical things that are challenging for you, and you want to have a webinar, just write me on LinkedIn or write me on my email, and we will consider them in the coming webinars. So thank you, Anna Jan, for your time, for the great presentation.
Thank you.
And I want to say to all that I will pass the slides to you as soon as possible. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I will share them right away, and I hope this recording won't have me like hating myself. Looking at.
Oh. Okay. And thank you again. Have a nice evening.
You too, guys. Bye.
Bye.